Hi there, I'm Sphinx Akashaa, the champion of Bards, and the creator and proprietor of the Everbright Archive. We like to tell stories here, and the best stories are told with a cup of hot, soothing tea. I'm really proud that our show is affiliated with one of the best tea shops in the multiverse, Friday Afternoon Tea. They're a fantastic family-owned company based right here out of the Pacific Northwest, and they offer amazing teas and tea blends that are made for geeks and by geeks. They specialize in incredible blends based on some of your favorite fandoms. My favorite tea right now is called Number 9 for the Tomb. It's an aged white tea inspired by Tamsin Muir's Locked Tomb trilogy, and that's just one of the fandoms this tea shop is inspired by. To learn more and get some amazing teas of your own, visit FridayTea.com and use the code MULTIVERSE. That's MULTEAVERSE at checkout to get 10% off your total purchase, because we're friends now. See you out there on the Storied Path.
Within each of us is a storyteller, and a story waiting to be told. Universes of our own making that we breathe into life with our very being.
And we tell these stories to live, to relate, to entertain, to understand, and to connect. For we are the stories that help others to understand themselves.
We tell stories that are funny, sad, heroic, common, and fantastical. For we are all these things and more.
And when we come together, share our universes with one another, we create something special. We create a multiverse.
Here, at the center of the multiverse,
we welcome you to sit,
get cozy,
and listen
as we traverse the Storied Path. Here, we welcome you to the Everbright Archive. Hello, Wayfarers, and welcome back to another awesome, epic, amazing, and exciting episode of the Everbright Archive. I am, as always, your host and current storyteller, Sphinx Akashaa, your current champion of Bards. And I am joined here by my lovely, lovely friends who are also going to help me tell the story that I'm telling, will eventually tell stories of their own, and are also here vying for my title of champion of Bards. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening, Wayfarers. So, yeah. Before we begin, I want to address that we have unfortunately lost a player. Selkie Cove will no longer be a part of the show this cycle. They have had a lot of personal stuff come up, and it felt that it was best for them to take a step back, but they will still be 100% supporting us and being amazing in all of those ways. So, Selkie, we love you. We will miss the hell out of you. And we love you. I don't know what else to say there. And we support the fuck out of you. So, with that being said, I want to introduce our wonderful players. I'm gonna start with our amazing, our lovely, our effervescent player who basks in obscurity, ever so sparkling and loved and wonderful, the iconic Brynniursa. Yes.
All right. Hello, I am Brynniursa. I do, in fact, bask in obscurity, and you can't see because you're listening, but I do, in fact, sparkle because I have sparkly eyeshadow on. I literally put glitter on my eyelids when at all possible. And yes. But hey, you can find me at Brynniursa on all things social. You can find me here. I'm lurking here. And you can also find me on my YouTube, where you can watch the Echoes of Actor, which is coming back. I'm going on a vacation, and I'm going to edit things. There are 3 phenomenal episodes out right now with the most phenomenal players. So take a look-see. And on this exciting, fabulous Battle of the Bards. I mean, that's wrong. The Everbright Archive. The battle for the champion of Bards. My Bardsona is Odile. And I don't know where that voice came from. That's not correct. But anyway, I am currently playing in this cycle, Jodie Banks, Mothwoman.
Amazing. I love it here. Next, we have the incomparable, the oh so elegant, the absolutely gentlemanly and brilliant man whose afro is the envy of all afros. I give you Bardic sweet tea.
You flatterer. Hello, everybody. My name is Sweet Tea. I can be found on all the socials at Bardic Sweet Tea. And interestingly enough, if you also check out that Echoes of Actor show, you might see your boy on there as well. I'm just saying. Because Bryn tends to drag me wherever she goes, and I kind of go along happily.
Right, he is my emotional support player.
On this game, however, I will be playing the cultured Malachi Davis, who is
cultured.
Yes, I'm very cultured. I spend my time actually reading. That's my bar for cultured. I read.
I mean, Jodie kind of does too.
Yeah, we made a big point of that an episode ago.
Listeners, if you don't know who I am in real life, I'm a buffoon, and I am okay with that.
Excuse me? Don't you talk about my bestie with that.
I'll
fight you.
That is genuinely what I put in introduction for some Discord. I say I'm a semi-professional buffoon.
I'm fighting you. You think you're twirling me around next time we meet? No. We're scrapping.
Ooh.
I will twirl you around while we scrap. I don't care.
Right, I'll accept this.
I feel like it's gonna be this tornado of affection and fists. Just.
Yes.
It's okay, y'all. She doesn't scare me.
Keep that in mind when it's time for my round.
Mm.
As I'm doing the horror game.
Ooh.
Bring it.
Oh no.
I'm writing it down. It is 10:19 p.m.
Why do you keep making a log of the things I say?
It's May 16th, 2025. EST. Bring it.
No, you gotta do multiple R's that bring it. You gotta do multiple R's in there.
I can't roll my R's.
You can't roll your R's?
No, that was so adorable.
That was kind of adorable.
That was so adorable. I didn't expect that.
So sorry. I love you, Bryn, so much.
I love you too.
Oh my goodness, we are on a roll, and I will bring it to next. If you know them, they need no introduction, but I'm going to give them one anyway. They are amazing. They're fantastic. They're gorgeous, lovely, just a darling. Your diamond, my diamond, madness diamond.
I love the your diamond, my diamond, madness diamond. I might steal that.
You should. You should.
My diamond, yours, madness diamond. But hi, I am Madness Diamond, but since we're friends now, you can call me Diamond. I use they, she pronouns, and I am a TTRPG actual play performer and a behind-the-scenes workaholic in the space. You can find me usually running around coordinating things for people and keeping track of so many schedules, non-profit and TTRPG alike. But for this project, I play Gemmi Hoard, the Curator of Epics, the champion of knowledge and secrets, the one who would like to go for the throat with Griot and take away that championship with claws and teeth.
Griot might like that.
Wonderful.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was just about to say, that doesn't sound like much of a threat, honestly.
No, Griot might be into that.
Listen, they got history. But for the last story, I play Lysandra Agni, the Misfortune's Flame, the matchmaker who is definitely not an arsonist. They are a matchmaker. Fires need matches to start, so you know, they gotta light that fire under people and get them together. I've got a good track record so far. I'm like, what, 3-0?
You're 3-0 so far, yeah.
About to make it 4-0? Yeah. Gonna make it 4-0 if Curator tells me more details about that crush they got.
Ooh.
So, but yes, but I play Lysandra, who is just a bunny, kind of, with vampire fangs and wings, and they do a lot of cool stuff and they dance around. They're also a person of culture, just a different kind of culture. They like singing and dancing more than reading, because sitting still is hard for them. So yeah. If there's fire, there might be fire involved. Who knows? And they like spicy things.
What was the official term for what she was?
And they do
Volpathinger.
It's a Volpentinger. They are basically oh god, what is the word for it now? I lost it. I had it and then I lost it. It's the bunnies with the antlers
Jackalope.
And the wings.
Like a winged jackalope.
Jackalope. They're basically a winged jackalope with vampire features as well, because they have vampire fangs. They're I want to say a UK mythos kind of creature. I don't know if they're Celtic or if they are just in that region.
Looks like Germany?
My best friend from Scotland told me about them. I'm like, well, that's my character description. A Volpertinger. The W is a V. So
yeah, it sounds very Germanic.
I use they, she pronouns. Lysandra uses, right? It might be a Germanic for folklore.
Yeah, it looks like it's Germany from the looks of it. It says Bavarian Alps.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Well, I can't do a German accent, so you'll have to deal with Lysandra's accent. But yeah. But I use they, she pronouns. Lysandra also uses they, she pronouns, but it goes either way. But it's not an arsonist. It's not... No. Even though the guided dreamer made some statements.
He sure
Sphinx.
did. He sure did. He sure did.
Sphinx is blameless in that. I don't know what you're talking about.
He made lots of statements on everybody. He was calling folks out. It was great.
Truly. Yeah, I gave you 2 for the counter since you didn't get none last time.
Yes. Oh, I'm tracking them. Don't worry. I got you. I got you.
Listen, I found out I said it 8 times in one episode. I'm like, fine, I'm not doing it in one episode.
I love it. Well, here we're back for our 7th episode, and I'm really excited because we're stuff is stuff. I won't spoil anything because you got to listen to the episode. But before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor and our affiliate over at Friday Afternoon Tea. They are a very cool local tea shop run by a lovely woman whose name is actually Friday. And they do really, really cool tea blends that are based around various fandoms. So if you like Lord of the Rings, there is a Lord of the Rings blend or set of blends. If you are into Studio Ghibli, there's a lovely Studio Ghibli set. If you're into book talky stuff, there's a whole series of like book talk blends. Check them out. They are at fridaytea.com. And if you go there and you happen to buy some tea and you want to get 10% off of your purchase at checkout, you should use this code Multiverse. That's MULTEAVERSE. And you go 10% off, and you'll be helping Friday. You'll be helping us. It's a great time all around. And you'll be helping yourself with 10% off. So check out their teas. They'll also have some really, really cool accessories. And you can just, be a thirsty nerd with us in all aspects. Because, but yeah, I think that is everything. We're just going to get right into it. When we last left our heroes, summoned from another world, summoned from an Earth similar to ours, but also not so similar. They had been in the world of Phaedos for about 6 months. They had just finished their combat exam from the circle. They finished their training. When we learn, we get a lovely entrance by Ikisha Varro, aka Iki, the Archon of the Circle, who had come to retrieve the heroes and the other agents to take them back to the capital city of Solim, known as Dawnseed, because a mysterious package had arrived for them that was addressed to them and them alone and could be opened by no one else. We learned that Carrera's younger brother, Carrera, but Carrera with a C and not Carrera with a K, like the older sister, had also been consciousness had been transferred into an orb creation of theirs, basically a drone that could speak and affect things, and had no memory of how it happened. So they needed some answers regarding that. The party took the Circle's bullet train back up to Dawnseed with everyone, and upon arriving, learned a few things. Learned one, that both Iki and Kali Zephyrin were among the original group of heroes first summoned to Phaedos almost 10,000 years ago. Which, one, makes them old, and two, makes them the first to fail. They also learned that there are a group of 4 beings that work for the Guided Dreamer, known as the Dark Four, that are rumored to be former heroes who fell and joined the Guided Dreamer's side. Speaking of the Guided Dreamer, we get to that package, and it turned out to be a large holographic message for our party from the Guided Dreamer, basically introducing himself to them, and giving them kind of the kind of calling them each out, and basically telling them, hey, I look forward to meeting you. Oh, also, this game that I've been playing for the last 10,000 years, kind of sick of it. So if you can't beat me, I'm going to destroy Phaedos. So it gives them a little bit more motivation, I guess. And Yeah, we the party with that information and a seemingly almost like on the midst in the throes of a possible panic crowd. The crowd gets subdued by Malik Emrys, the Archmage of Solim, the consort to King Valar, comes down and, like I said, subdues the crowd, meets our heroes, and they abscond to Circle HQ, which is hidden in kind of like a warehousey looking building, but is in fact on the inside this lovely like tavern-ish guild hall, where they discover that Carrera has some very interesting dark magic and necromantic energy around and within that device that he is now trapped in. Malik can't seem to do really anything to locate his body or free Carrera from the device itself. But given its heavy necromantic influence, recommends that the party travel with Carrera all the way to the Dead Forest to locate a necromancer by the name of Lysandra, who has a great deal of experience in this kind of thing, and is, I think that's kind of where we leave things. So we will pick up the following day. It is morning in Dawnseed. You've all been given rooms upstairs within the Circle headquarters. They're nice rooms. Very, very, very comfy beds. Very lovely decor. And you get a whiff of something wonderful cooking. It smells like fried eggs, sausage, bacon, some kind of buttery something or other, and fresh baked bread. As you all arise from your slumbers, how are you feeling, each of you, in this moment? You've spent the night in Dawnseed. I'm not even going to add to that. How are you all feeling?
Well, we've had a night to sleep on the information we've received from the Guided Dreamer. I think we were all I myself was taken by surprise a lot by that, but had time to digest it and simmered down a bit. I was pretty heated during that message, but now I'm just filled with that's what I'm looking for. I guess confidence is not the right word, but the closest thing I could think of is like I'm ready to do this. I'm readiness. I guess we'll go with that. Like
Okay.
ready to get going. You got a world to save, damn it.
All right.
Jodie wakes up. And for a moment, she thinks that she's back in her trailer with her knickknacks, the face-down photograph. But no, it's an empty room, and somehow this feels like home too. Because there was a time where waking up and she wasn't quite sure where she'd wind up was her norm. And the weight of it feels heavy today. The fact that, in some ways, even though her hair has started to gray, she's still that child, not sure where she's going to wind up. But she can't be a child right now. Because her students have fallen here. Are still living here. And she's got to save them, whether they're grown up or not. Because they're always going to be her students. As Malachi said, she's got a world to save. So she settles her hair, puts on her vest, grabs her book, gives a little fluff to her antenna, and heads out. Let's go. And out the door she goes to meet her teammates. That's how she
What
feels.
of Lysandra?
Lysandra slept. First, were they given necromancy for dummies?
Not yet.
Okay.
But Mal did. I would say Mal did assure you that he would have something for you by the next day, which is today.
Fantastic. I think that Lysandra spent the wind down portion first. Lots of very begrudged mumbling of how the guided dreamer was incorrect about certain assumptions that have been made about their hobbies and their affinity to fire. And had made a lot of grumbling about the A word being thrown around about them. And then finally acquiesced to like good dinner with people before settling in for the night. And then it was more spending time to see if there was any other secrets that the staff that they once were incredibly familiar with, that is now a new friend and an old friend at the same time, that is now bonded with them on a different level. I think they spent a lot of time just basically clicking the buttons to see it's like the reaction time between when the blades come out and when the chain comes out, and seeing like what the pace and the tempo of that movement. It's like what hand would be better to like have this in if I'm going to use this as a like one-handed staff, as a two-handed staff, or as a chained weapon with blades on it. How do the blades like interact with things, and just kind of messing around with this, because that's how their brain works when it comes to situations that are unknown. Is like, I can't plan for everything, but I can at least plan for the next performance. And it's very much that dancer side of them, but it's also the chaos of like, oh, but this would be really nice to see if something else would happen in the midst of like the heat of the moment. And they've started doing this thing whenever they wind down, where they start talking to the staff like it's a person. You know, you could just tell me if you have more secrets. I'm very good at listening. You could just tell me if you want to try a new thing, or if you want to work together. You know, we are a team. We're bonded. You know, this is a relationship. It's a lot of give and take. Hopefully you do not take my head off, or take, you know, something else. Would be very nice. But, you know, you're my new dance partner. I do enjoy dancing with you. I enjoy the little fun things you can do too. And it just is kind of that moment of connection with something. And it's a familiarity of the unfamiliar that they kind of are thriving in this world since they've been here for the last couple of months. And they sleep well. And they find it odd that they have been sleeping so well in an actual bed. Lysandra is one of those people who enjoys sleeping on the ground at a festival, or falling asleep in the passenger side seat of somebody's car that definitely has had a check engine light on for the last 5 years, but no one dares touch it. They are akin to like being the one to volunteer to be crammed in the back seat with all of the luggage and falling asleep with their head tilted at weird angles. But now, since they've been Phaedos, they've been sleeping in like proper beds that are well loved but still very comfortable, and they sleep heavy. They sleep like a rock. They sleep and they wake up and feel well rested. But it's still this like itch in their shoulder blades that made them sleep on their chest. And it's not knowing how to sleep with antlers, because the antlers are slowly getting bigger every time they wake up. And they are trying to figure out like what's going on with that. I don't understand it, but it's things are weird here. It's fine. And it's them getting ready for the day, them changing into something that outfit-wise is comfortable, but still movable and very flame retardant. And making sure that they have everything that they need for the trip ahead, but also like smelling that food. And it's just that their stomach growls, but then their heart misses Uncle Og for a moment. And they just kind of like the bunny ears floof in like reminiscing about Uncle Og's cooking and Uncle Og's hugs and pestering Uncle Og, because that's now like a new person that they're accounting for in their friend group. That's now like a potential like family member in a way. But they do eventually make their way down to just following the smell of food. And the little bunny nose is like working and like flouncing. The little bunny tail is like definitely pattering against their back in excitement for the promise of food. But whenever they walk through a doorway, something catches their nose in the wrong way and they sneeze. And wings bamf out the back of it. Because I'm going to use the feature of Theromorphosis that will grant me my ability to fly.
Hell yeah.
For a thematic moment. Which is Petrotheria. You're able to fly. In addition to the obvious advantages of mobility, your melee attacks can also target flying creatures and cannot be targeted by melee attacks unless the attacker is flying or somehow able to reach melee.
Nice.
Like flying targets. But I'm just using it in this moment to show off that my character now has wings. And so anybody in that room is now going to get sneezing bunny noise. And then boom, wings.
What do your wings
hitting a doorway. They are a cross between... They look like kind of like feathered bat wings.
Ooh.
They look a little bit like feathered bat wings, but if you made the feathers out of kind of like a leathery material. So they are layered in a way.
Okay.
But they're in the same structure as bat wings, how they are more angular.
Mm-hmm.
And they still have like that membrane texture to them of being very like lightweight, but the feathers add that durability. But they're very thick because they have to be able to carry a creature who is around like 6 feet tall.
Sure.
And it's just kind of the, ow, why did the sneeze go outwards? And then noticing it's like, why do I have wings? That is not the current problem I can deal with. And then it's just kind of, if you two are in like the room with the food, it's Lysandra like trying to pivot through the doorway now with wings. And trying to like flex the shoulders to get them to relax.
Well, those are new.
Get a little something done there?
I don't know, I just sneezed.
Can you make them? And Jodie rolls her shoulders, her own mothy wings coming out. Can you make them retract? And she rolls her shoulders forward, and her wings disappear. Can't.
Lysandra will mimic. It's like rolling of the shoulders.
Are they?
I do not know. It feels strange.
Oh. Well, Looks cute like the rest of you.
Aw. I am cute.
You are very cute.
Did you hear this, Malachi? I am cute.
I never said you weren't cute.
Did you say that they weren't cute?
I literally just said I never said they weren't cute.
My goodness, Lysandra, why didn't you tell me?
What? No. What? Why? No, don't put words in my mouth.
And Jodie, very, quite frankly, just throws a wink at Lysandra, like, we could tease this man.
There's just a wiggle of the bunny nose. Like, yeah, I see you. I don't know. He just always used to tease me about burning things in the microwave.
Okay, well, you do that.
I assume that is uncute action.
Now, why would you say that that's uncute? You know what?
Well, I never...
You know what? That's not very iconic of you, sir.
I never said that it wasn't cute.
Well, did you ever tell Lysandra that they were cute?
No, that would seem very inappropriate.
Really?
Yes.
Why? You can't tell your friend she's cute?
Well, we're colleagues, co-workers.
Wait, so I'm not cute
So
neither?
we're not friends?
I never said you... Oh my goodness, this is...
We're not cute and we're not friends.
No, I didn't...
We're not cute and we're not friends.
I didn't...
I understand now.
No, I didn't say that either.
Desdemona walks in from like another room and it's like, what do you mean that they're not cute and they're not friends? That's just wrong. Darling, you should be nice to them.
Desmona.
I didn't say either of those things.
She just
Only
stands
didn't
at
say
the
we were
doorway,
cute.
like arms folded, and just kind of like giving you a raised eyebrow.
Is there something you want to tell us?
Jodie and Lysandra, from an objective standpoint, the two of you are quite adorable.
I will take adorable.
My goodness, that was so inappropriate. Why would you say that?
What? No, that's what I was trying to stop.
Loses it.
That's exactly the reason I didn't say it before.
Wait, are you taking
Now
it
we're
back?
going to have to tell Principal Q about this.
No, I didn't take it back. I'm just saying that's the reason I didn't say it before.
Q will be very happy to... Well, not happy. He'll be very interested to know about this behavior.
Well, I mean, we don't have to tell him about this.
I'm gonna write him a letter.
And
could not.
Desdemona kind of looks at everyone. Who is Q?
Trouble with the capital Q.
Oh.
He is the principal of the school where we were all teachers.
Oh.
None of us have any idea what the Q stands
Yes.
for.
That's weird.
I like to guess.
Same.
I think I have a list somewhere. I think of all of the Q names I have guessed: Q-tip, Quentin, Quentis,
Quackamole.
question mark.
See,
I have not tried Quackamole.
Quackamole.
I'm not sure either, but my best guess would be Quincy.
Quincy. I think I tried Quincy. Maybe
Damn it.
something along that line.
Quintantino.
It's
Wait, what now?
Quantum.
Quintantino.
I don't think you two are saying names anymore.
Yeah, it does sound like they're just saying
I mean,
sounds.
last names do not have to be a name. Yeah. What is a name but a word that has a certain meaning attached to a person?
That's exactly
That's
what
made of sounds.
I smell food.
Yes, there's food being made downstairs, and she will loop her arm with Malachi. We'll give him a kiss on the cheek, and then we'll just pull him. Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay, we're going now.
Hey, Malachi.
I send her off.
Yes.
And Jodie takes the offered arm. I assumed that it was being offered to Jodie.
It is being offered.
You're cute.
You are very cute, especially when you're flustered. Especially when you were flustered kissing Desi.
Adorable.
Thank
And Desi,
you.
and Desi kind of leans in. You are very cute.
Thank you, all of you.
She's going to bench press you.
I am.
I would let her.
As she should.
This is a scenario that is okay with me.
I should think so. And as you all go downstairs, in the main hall, there is a lovely wooden table full of lovely foods. Like I said, sausages, bacon, eggs there. There's fruits that are like all manner of weird-looking fruits that have been diced and sliced. There is a football-sized lemon that has been cut into strips. There are various like pitchers and pots of what look like juices or teas or coffee, and kind of placing these putting plates around the table is she stands at about 5'5", slender looking, wearing kind of a white blouse, brown vest, and kind of brownish skirt with lovely like brown leather boots underneath. It's this tabaxi cat person. Very humanoid looking face, but with kind of stripes that start at the cheeks and kind of lead off into the jawline. But there's also kind of this light orange fur, and the stripes are like a darker shade of orange. Hair is also very orange. Cat ears that sit on top. Big, bright, yellow cat slit eyes. As she sees you all coming. Oh, hi there. Lovely to meet you all. My name's Laura. It's lovely to. I'm kind of the. Not kind of. I am the cook. Kind of. I run the tavern portion of the guild hall. It's great to meet you. I've heard lots about you guys. Breakfast is ready. I hope you enjoy. And through a set of double doors, doors kind of fling open, leading back to the kitchen, and a very tall, like 7-foot tall satyr woman walks in. Very lovely long horns with brass and gold rings along either side of them. A couple of them are kind of bejeweled. She is wearing also wearing an apron, but underneath sleeveless kind of vest shirt kind of apparatus. Leather pants that go toward that stop at the knees, and then you can see kind of the very fuzzy legs that end in hooves. She is also very built. Like she is a muscular woman. Long hair down to kind of the small of her back, in a long kind of purple and black braid, and leans over. Sweetheart, was that everything from the kitchen? And Laura kind of looks up. Yeah, babe, I got everything. This is my wife. This is Pandora. Pandora, these are the heroes. And Pandora's. Oh, yes. Hi there. Pleasure to meet you all. And she walks over and shakes all of your hands, and she shakes like she's got a grip. Great to meet you all. Great to meet you. You're the larvum, so you must be Jodie. You are the bunny antelope Vulperthinger. That's right. That's what that's called, right? A Vulperthinger. So that makes you Lysandra. And oh, look at you. You must be the Malachi du jour I've been hearing so much about. And she kind of gives you a bit of a smirk and a wink. And Desi, stop it, Dora. So you're gonna make the man blush. Only person who gets to do that is me, and maybe these two.
Darn that. Another
Oh
week.
no, I just make him exasperated.
Oh,
Not
that is
incorrect.
a thing. Pandora just kind of nods. Okay, well, it's a pleasure to meet the three of you. We've got some food here for you all. I take care of things in the kitchen. I help run kind of the tavern portion of the hall. So if you guys need anything, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to accommodate you as best as we can. Our brand new heroes. Heard and saw the message you guys got yesterday. Really hope that you can kick that guy's teeth in, if he has teeth. We've never seen his face, so we don't know. We kind of like living here, and like like being alive. Period. So if you could keep him from killing all of us, that'd be great. No pressure or anything, but we kind of want to live. And Laura's like, Pandora, you're making this awkward.
Oh,
like,
no, it's all right. It's not awkward at all, and I'm sure that they have teeth, because they pronounced words very well and clearly. So, we can knock them right out.
Unless they're... Right, if not, we can just take their head off of their shoulders. It is fine.
Oh, yeah?
The big shiny head that will be a fucking bubble on my desk for calling me the A word in front of all of Phaedos, mind you. Is that sausage?
Yes, it is. That is sausage. We've got turkey sausage. We've got beef sausage. We've got pork sausage. We've got rhino sausage there. And you look confused, Malachi.
I'm sorry, did you say rhino sausage?
Yes. Do you guys not eat rhino where you're from?
No, they're...
No.
We...
They're slightly endangered.
Yeah.
Oh, they're plentiful here. We have lots of them. And that I'm told that there's not much in the way of like kind of the crossbred species on your world. But we have lots of like, we got rhino horses, we have rhino chickens. It's so many
A
weird
rhino
animals.
horse?
Yeah.
What? Where can I find this rhino horse?
I'm sure I don't see many on Solem, but Laura and I are originally from Anthem, on the 7th floor, and quite a few fighters tend to have rhino horses up there. They're quite the sight.
Lysandra and Malachi, you have never seen Jodie look this excited about anything. She it's very obvious on her face. And there's a strange mischief to her eyes. She wants to see this rhino horse.
Lysandra's is making notes of like, alright, we need to save money to buy Jodie a rhino horse.
That appears to be the case.
Her antennae are also
Just
like
fine.
curling and uncurling very excitedly. Like, oh, rhino horse.
So I think after we handle the things with the bog witch and gets me my own little hellhound puppy, we might go to Anthem. So if you could like make a list of recommendations of places to go, maybe if you know somebody who has a rhino horse stable, that would be very appreciated. Also, I'm very glad you two were in love. I was about to ask if you two would like to be in love.
Oh, yeah, no, we've been
Because
married
you
for
seem
a
like
while.
good people and should feel... Okay, good. If you ever need to reignite the flame of love, let me know. I'm very good at that.
They are.
Indeed.
I can have you two dance and it will be very nice.
Okay.
We'll just ignite that spark into an inferno.
And Laura just kind of quirks an eyebrow. Oh, all right. Oh, right. That's right. You're the matchmaker. We had stories about you. Like you're responsible for for Callie and Duke, aren't you?
Yes, I am. They make a very cute couple.
Yeah, we've been kind of waiting. They've been dancing around each other for so long. We've been really waiting for them to just kind of get on with it. So I'm really glad. We're both really glad that they finally got on with it. And also got it on, apparently. And Pandora's just like, oh, you had to say that, didn't you? You were teasing Malachi just a moment ago. I don't get to be a little. No, we're not gonna argue. We're not gonna have this conversation about who's the perviest. Like, it's just not that. Just welcome. We're gonna go. And Laura's like, but I want to know more about. And looks at Malachi and Desi. Have the two of you? And Pandora's like, that's enough. And just takes Laura, puts her over her shoulder. It's like, sorry about that. It's way too personal. We're gonna go. We're gonna leave you to do your thing. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the. She just and as she turns around, Laura's just kind of pouting with her arms folded over Pandora's shoulders. No, I'm having fun. It's like, oh, well, you'll have some fun, but for later. Fine, fun later. They pass through the double doors.
They kissed in the heights of battle.
And
it was a healing kiss. It was very romantic.
And there was music playing and a sunset behind him.
We don't need to discuss this.
And sparkly lights.
You hear from the other side of the door, yes!
It was a very special first kiss. You deserve that.
It was,
too stuffy.
In fact, very special. I cannot deny this.
And Desert's like, it was very special for me,
you have
too.
a gorgeous girlfriend.
Get it, girl.
Yes, you do. And she gives you another kiss, Malachi. And you better survive this.
I will do my best.
You will survive this.
You will survive this. You have no choice.
Oh, well then. I'm glad to know I have that insurance then.
There you go. Because if you don't, I'll find a way to bring you back and kick your ass.
You'd be able to do it.
Goddamn right. And she
Especially
sits.
since.
No, go for it.
No, I was going to make a joke. I was like, especially since on May 13th, 2025, on 9:47 p.m., it was said that no one is going to die on Malachi's watch.
Who on earth said this? I don't know who said that.
This is the Botsona from the great beyond, above the table. You said it! You said it, Ty!
And Grio's like, you did say that. You did.
I did. Well, yes, but I said that, but we're breaking the fourth wall, don't you think?
We're allowed.
Troubadour, just have some kind of fun, break the fourth wall every now and again. You did in fact say it.
I know I did.
9:47 p.m.
Yeah.
You know better than to argue with Odile.
Don't argue with Odile.
I don't know why I do it. I don't know. Maybe I get a kick out of it.
There you go, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the game.
Yes. And we go back to the story. Desi sits down and begins kind of grabbing items and things, and you can see that there's also this like very large in the center of the table. This very large loaf of bread that looks like it has like butter and some kind of like sugary syrup on top of it, and it's made into these little bits that you can just kind of tear off, and they're their own little roll or bun. And she like tears a couple of them off and she puts them on a plate. And you guys should sit, eat. We can't let this go to waste, right?
Of course.
Absolutely.
There's no bigger shame than a waste of food.
Exactly. And you guys...
I'm just going to pull out Jodie's chair.
Oh, thank you, darling. And Jodie reaches up and pats Lysandra's cheek. Like in an affectionate little, thank you. And then reaches over and pulls out Lysandra's chair.
Get very happy, bunny. Nose wiggles.
So, don't mind if I ask this, but can you both fly now?
Well. Hello there. It is I, your most enthusiastic antagonist, the Guided Dreamer. And you are listening to the Everbright Archive and the campaign, The Last Story. If our heroes are not careful, it will be their last story as well. Now, let's see what they're up to, shall we?
Oh.
I mean, I have not jumped off of any buildings lately. We can test it later.
We can find a safer way of testing that than jumping off a building.
Jodie looks down.
It's more fun that way.
Jodie looks down. That is exactly how Jodie learned how to fly.
Mm-hmm.
It is fine.
What if we...
I won't pick a high one.
What if we, like, jumped into a large body of water?
Well, I think that might actually be dangerous because that's how, well, at least for me, too, water on wings kind of makes it a little difficult. Unless I suppose you were underwater, then you could use them to glide, but just landing in the water without having that dive motion, I think that could result in disaster, especially since, and Jodie leans back and looks at Lysandra's wings. With your feathers, I know that can be especially dangerous if it's not a dive. And y'all are seeing her analytical aspect, her as the survivalist teacher, taking in and thinking, well, what could happen? Yeah, maybe not water for introductory flying.
I'm better with fire than water anyways. Don't think I remember if I can swim or not.
How interesting.
And Des is like, you can't remember if you can swim or not?
It's been a while. I don't remember the last time I tried to swim. And now with a new body, I do not know if this body knows how to swim.
Maybe we need to find a little pond.
Yeah, there are all kinds of facilities and stuff for that around. I mean, of course, there's also the river just outside the city. Outside the city. Yeah, if that's something you guys, if you want to test, you can make that happen. And as she's talking,
and then you and Malachi can have a beach date.
Well, yeah, but aren't you guys? Y'all are supposed to be leaving later today, right?
Right.
Yes, a world to save and all.
We can come back. We're not going to be gone forever.
No, of course not.
That's true. Yes, we can, and like kind of nestles up next to you, Malachi. Yes, we can have our beach day when you've returned.
I look forward to it.
As do I.
Do you? Do you know anything about this wood witch, or this witch of the woods of the things and the stuff?
Me?
We're supposed to.
Lysandra? Yes. I've met Lysandra multiple times. She's a very unique individual. She adventured very briefly with a group of young adventurers not that long ago. Well, kind of that long. About a year ago. Adventured with a group of a very interesting group of young individuals. They escorted her back to her home in the Dead Forest, actually. I heard that they had quite the time of it. The Dead Forest is a weird place. And at that point, Lysandra had been out of the forest and away from her home for so long that she was no longer attuned to it, I guess. And from what I understand, the forest kind of attacked them all. But yeah, she's also, one of the, aside her from being kind of a weirdo, she's one of the most brilliant necromancers I've ever seen. Not that I've seen many necromancers, but of the ones that I've interacted with, she's by far the greatest of them. So if anyone can help you with what's happened to Curator, she probably could. And almost if on cue, at the sound of Curator, another door opens, and Elder Curator comes in her chair, followed by little Curator kind of floating above her, and then walking behind her is Blaidd. And Blaidd actually looks a lot better than they did yesterday. It looks like the sparking and weird glitching in their system has been taken care of for the most part, and they seem to be moving with a bit more fluidity. And little Curator the orb kind of comes over, like sees you, the light in the eye turns like a bright orange, and he goes,
"Well, hi there. Good morning."
Good morning, honey.
Morning.
Good morning, little buddy. Come. You are sitting with me.
I'm sitting with you? Okay.
and he kind of
You're sitting with me?
flies over and just kind of is like hovering like just above your shoulder, and starts to kind of look at you, and then looks behind you, and then looks at you again.
You didn't have those before.
No, I sneezed and they appeared. I told you to sit. You can make arms, so you can make legs, and then you sit. Please and thank you.
I can make the... Oh, yeah, I guess I can I?
And he will kind of lower himself, and as he does, a like set of like 4 of these little like spindly arms kind of eject from the bottom and form like a little platform for himself of legs. These 4 legs on the table. And he will just kind of bob up and down.
Oh. Yeah, this is nice. This is very nice.
Yes.
I don't have to float so much. That's cool.
And his sister kind of moves over to like across from you, Lysandra, and starts like picks up a plate and starts picking things up. And well, yeah, he's been it's interesting how well you've been getting used to your body. It's a little uncanny. And then looks at the rest of you. Did you all sleep well?
As well as could be, all things considered.
Yeah, that's very, very fair.
How about yourself?
I and little Cura goes,
She didn't sleep much at all. She was up in her books for most of the night.
And she just kind of, you were supposed to be asleep.
I don't need sleep anymore. I'm in this vessel that does not seem to rest or need to be recharged. It's weird. I didn't build it to not need to be recharged, but I guess because I'm possessing it, it does not. I'm still figuring things out. It's weird.
And Lysandra just kind of has this look of like, and looks at Jodie, is just like, I mean, sorry, I bit into the giant lemon. It is trying to kill me.
Try to contain your
for the
walk
guy,
with
the
that
dreamer
lemon.
can. Right. It was a very good lemon. It's a very big lemon.
Yeah, don't choke on the lemon, please.
No, I shall not choke on the lemon. No, you are a growing boy, mechanical or not. You need to rest.
You need.
Jodie will back me
Yes,
up on
I am
this.
absolutely backing you up on this. Come here, buddy. Come here.
And he kind of wanders over, click, 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 and just kind of.
Yes.
Now listen to me. As Lysandra said, you're a growing boy. And even if you don't feel like you need rest, your mind does. It will cannibalize itself.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It's not good.
I don't like the idea of that.
either. So you need to find ways to go to bed.
Okay, I'll see if there's a standby mode, and if there's not, I can probably install one. Program one into myself. That's weird. It feels weird. I can program into myself. I'll figure it out. I promise.
I think it would help if you ask our very lovely and cute Malachi to tell you a list of maybe some lullabies or some sonnets or something that will promote restfulness in the mind.
And you can see Curator just turns to you, Malachi.
You can do that?
I can absolutely offer you some works that could calm you or soothe you. Whether or not that will help you sleep is a completely different question. You, for all we know, you may have evolved beyond sleep.
Malachi.
They said that I need sleep, so I'm willing to try. I'm not gonna make them mad or disappointed in me, because I don't want to do that. They already seem disappointed, and I don't like that.
You're very smart. You're very smart. You don't want to disagree with these two.
And you see the orb kind of shake, like it's shaking its head.
Malachi, you're also getting disappointed eyes from Jodie at that statement that you just did you tried to just dismantle all the hard work that her and Lysandra tried to do. Like,
I'm not saying he shouldn't try to sleep. I'm saying he may be beyond sleep in his current form.
Jodie takes...
Is that what you tell your students? Whenever it is speech and debate time, or whenever it is tech week, that they are beyond sleep before a performance?
Well, no, of course not.
Jodie reaches over, takes his water with the little zesty lemon in it, and just takes it away and says, "You know what? I think you've moved beyond this water."
Well, no, I'm a person. I still require water to function.
Oh no, but you've moved beyond this zesty water. Here's some room temperature. And she slams down a glass ordinary water while you think of these lovely songs for this lovely growing boy that needs sleep.
Will do.
And you see on Blaidd's faceplate, there's like 3 very red, very bright exclamation points that start blinking when he goes,
Well, it sounds like you're in trouble now. That's that's a thing.
I believe I am.
Yeah, the last thing anyone should want is to be in trouble with Jodie. I've seen her fight, even though she didn't hit anything that last time. But that's okay. You still terrified the shit out of me.
As she should.
Don't try getting my good Sid right now. You write those recommendations.
I will. I wasn't trying to get out of it.
And Blaidd kind of sits down and kind of looks at you all.
I've kind of come to a bit of a decision. I'm doing better after yesterday, but it seems that I am still kind of getting used to this new body, and this new body is still acclimating and will probably need several versions of upgrades before I am fully functional.
And you see that there's like this emoji of like frustrated face over the faceplate.
So I think it will be the best way for me to help you all is if I remain here with Curator.
And he gestures at the elder sister.
And that way I can also kind of help out around the shop. And if there are gadgets and things that you all need, I can kind of help build things to help you burn things down with purpose, knowledge, and education.
Oh my gosh.
Of course.
And you see,
And we shall bring you new things to tinker with.
you see this like emoji of like a smiley face. That's and the hair is made of flames.
We shall bring you new things to tinker with from the different levels when we come to checking.
I would like that a lot. And I know that you guys have this. I'm not worried about you guys at all. You guys got this.
Right. And Jodie raises her hand for a high five.
And Blaidd gives her as gentle but as enthusiastic a high five as they can, because they are remembering. They go in like, yeah, and then, oh no, I'm made of metal.
And Malachi will grab his glass of warm, non-lemonaded water and just raise it. It's like, to Blaidd.
To Blaidd.
To Blaidd.
And Blaidd just kind of has like a very, very like warm smile emoji on their face.
I would raise a glass, but I don't drink anything or need to consume anything now. Thanks, guys.
Can you raise a plug or something?
Mm.
Could be like, I don't know.
Can you raise a plug?
And Blaidd kind of finds a mug and just like an empty mug, just grabs it and raises it.
There we go.
There we go.
That works.
Cling.
Clank.
Clank.
Don't die out there.
Die fast and take
Oh, no.
chances. Got it.
We are not going to die. We are going to take the guy, the dreamer's head off of his shoulders and make it into a paperweight. Also, Malachi is not allowed to die, because if Malachi dies, then Desi is going to bring him back and then kill him again.
Indeed. And I won't let any of you guys die, so nothing to worry about.
Let me just.
Son of a
Let's see.
biscuit. Come on. Come on.
Hold on now. And Jodie looks around for a clock. 11:24.
We don't need to do this.
All right, it is, and she puts down the calendar date. What is the calendar date, DM? Or GM?
I don't know. I hadn't figured that out. I hadn't figured out what the calendar
She
is.
puts down the appropriate calendar date.
November.
I'm going to if you ever think about tagging out, I'm gonna shout that you said not to at 11:24 on blah 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 blah. All right, you heard me?
I will say that you know that the year is 10:35.
All right. 11:24 p.m. the year of our adventure 10-35. Bear hold. I expect you to hold to those words, Malachi.
I will do my best. Yes, what? What?
She takes away your water.
What? No, come on, why? Listen, I tell all of my students, all you can do is offer your best.
Yeah, that's when they're students. You're the teacher. What can you do? You're not doing your best. You're doing.
What needs to be done?
Well, I'm also doing what I need to be doing, but also my best at that as
She
well.
takes away his breakfast.
Oh, come on! I need to eat.
You really should just stop digging and just agree. Just agree.
You want to try that one more time?
Hey there, this is Magnus, Goblin Artificer Extraordinaire, and you're listening to the Everbright Archive, a TTRPG actual play anthology podcast series. I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, let's get back to it and see what these crazy kids are up to.
I will do.
All right.
And you will do it weirdly.
What?
Oh.
You promised Blaidd that you would be weirder.
That's true. You did promise me that.
Yes, I did, and
She's shaking his lemon water, indicating he might get it back if he fulfills this, if he says it.
Are you giving me the lemon water?
Are you gonna do it weirdly?
What does that mean?
Now, what does that mean?
You have to be weird.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not particularly a weird person. I don't...
Are you sure about that?
Have you met you?
I don't... Well...
Are you sure?
Okay. When I say I'm not a weird person, I mean, like, I don't have your features that you all have. I can't just grow fangs, and you see, as he says that, Malachi grows a tiny little set of fangs.
Like, she gives him back the
he's like, I can't just grow little antennae that two little antennae come out of his head. He's like, I can't have metallic skin. His skin's turned like silvery. Like, I can't do that. I'm just a person.
Malachi? Does somebody want to grab a mirror or something?
Quick, look into your lemon water.
Gaze into the lemon water.
Desdemona just very carefully grabs one of like the nice silver plates and puts it in front of your face.
Oh. Well, that's certainly not normal.
I would say it's not.
Congratulations, you are officially weird.
Here, you can have two lemon waters.
And as he looks himself in the plate, all the features that he just put on just slowly kind of fade away, and he turns back to his normal self. What the heck?
What the heck indeed?
I think there's some kind of saying about a performer puts on a mask to become part of a character, and they carry that with them, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe you decided you were going to play the part of being weird, and you became weird?
Is that I mean, I guess that's a thing I can do.
You are weird. Congratulations.
And Desi just kind of is just looking at you and starts kind of like poking your face a little bit, like very gently poking you. Did you do that on purpose?
No, of course I didn't. I didn't know I could do that.
That's so bizarre. I need to and Malachi, from your point of view, in your HUD, a little message appears. Congratulations. You have unlocked 100 Faces.
Oh. Well.
Desi goes,
that's
what?
New.
What's new?
Well, apparently what I just did has a name. And it's called 100 Faces?
And as you say it, the description of the quirk 100 Faces appears in your heads-up display. So for those of you listening, 100 Faces is a quirk featured in, I think, the Fantasy Atlas, where it's you can disguise yourself as pretty much anybody else. Does this ability come from special gadgets, psychic powers, or a unique physiology? Who was the first person to see through your deception? Whose trust did you lose because of it? Who tried to hire you for an unsavory operation, and how did you respond? We know that this is the first time that you've ever used it, so none of those questions apply. And then the description winks out.
Huh. Well, I suppose this could be weird. Hopefully weird enough for you lot.
She puts the plate down. Yeah, that's definitely weird. Don't know of many normal folk that can do that.
Well, good. I take pride in being unique.
Well, as you should. And she leans over and gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Thank you.
And as that happens, Callie, Zephyrin, Iki, and Duke all walk in. Callie Zephyrin with her arm linked up with Duke's. Breakfast. I see that the Thornberries were here with breakfast. That's lovely.
Do you know where we can buy a rhinoceros horse for Jodie?
A rhinoceros horse?
Jodie's antenna once more start like curling a little bit.
And she's
listening carefully.
Callie looks over looks up at Duke. Darling, do you know where they could find a rhinoceros or rhino horse? Duke, well, I think those are typically found right up in Anthem. They're mostly native to the 7th floor, so yeah, I think you'd be able to find them over there. Is that something you're interested in?
Do we get paid for our job as heroes so we can buy a rhinoceros horse?
Oh, well, you definitely get some starting gold. Typically, you'd be starting funds, I should say. And then, what you earn as you're out and about is yours to keep. So, in a manner of speaking, sure. And Iki kind of looks over. Well, we grant you kind of a beginning stipend, and then any funds that you acquire on your journey, you can absolutely use for what you need. Which reminds me, and she reaches back behind a counter and pulls out a bag. This is it's been called a lot of things. We call it a bottomless bag. Lysandra has one of these that she calls her bag of bullshit, aka a bob. But we prefer bottomless bag. You can use it to store lots of things. And she sets it down in front of you. And it is above table. She's given you essentially a bag of holding. And it is, I don't know if there is in fact a limit as to what you can put in the bag, so long as it fits in the bag. Malik made them and supplied us with quite a few of them that we sell to kind of help us, make money and afford the lodgings and things and upkeep and all that stuff. They usually go for about 1,000 zenith a piece, but as you are heroes, we are donating this one to you, as well as, and pulls out for the three of you each a small pouch that she sits down, and you can hear the jangle of coins. 500 zenith a piece for you all, just to kind of start you off on your quest. And of course,
Thank you.
well, yes, of course, you can use that to. We have things here that you can, of course, buy, but we don't have an absolute supply of everything in the world. You will find things out in the world that will be of great benefit and help to you. But we do have a selection.
This will be very helpful. Just a quick logistics question.
Sure.
If any of you have morals, just tune out for a moment while I say this. Can you put a person in a bottomless bag?
No, they said it has to fit. So logically, if you can't get their shoulders.
It's funny that you mentioned that. So, and Iki looks at Desi, and Desi's like, yeah, you should probably tell them about that. And Iki just kind of sighs. So, there was a party that traveled with Lysandra, who you're going to go and seek out. They escorted her back to her home in the forest. Apparently there was an incident where one of them decided it was a good idea to look through their bag and fell in. And they were a satyr, so they were people-sized. And they fell in, and they almost suffocated, but they were able to figure their way out. Because there's no air in the bottomless bag, so you could potentially preserve things in there, but nothing living will stay living very long in it.
So we shove the guided dream in our bottomless bag. Problem solved.
And you see Iki just kind of look at you, look at Kali Zephyrin, and go, why didn't we think of that? And Callie...
Because you two probably have morals.
Wait,
Callie
so you
goes,
mean that would actually work?
Callie looks at you and says, well, to be honest, we didn't have the bottomless bags back then. We had packs that we carried everything in. But that could, in theory, be a thing that you could do. In theory, if you could catch him and subdue him for long enough to shove him in the bag, or shove the bag over and onto him, logistically speaking, it could work. Maybe.
All right, I just wanted to know that. I'm assuming you don't put a bottomless bag in a bottomless bag because physics.
We tried that once. Yeah, it didn't end well. It exploded.
Oh. Possible weapon.
I was just about to ask, how large was the explosion?
It took out a city block.
What kind of explosion?
Concussive.
Not fiery, then.
No. It was force.
You could very easily make it fiery, though. Especially if you do a chain reaction.
Lysandra, your arsonist is showing.
Oh, this would be... Do not say the A word. To me.
I'm just saying. You're...
Unless it's adorable.
I will be disappointed in you.
I don't want that.
Unless it's adorable.
Wait, unless it's what?
Adorable.
Unless it's adorable, that is a good A word, but not that A word.
Oh,
it's a bad A word.
I thought you were saying don't call you an arsonist unless you're an adorable arsonist.
I am disappointed in you.
No, wait. Don't be, please.
I'm gonna go test flying by jumping off of a building.
Okay, what? No, put a pad down.
You're going to
You better
what?
You better go chase them, Malachi.
Damn it. Alright, I'm coming. Just... Gemmi.
Oh, I'm not leaving yet. I'm going to finish my food.
Oh, well, okay, good.
Desi goes, well, considering that you have healing abilities, it's probably a good idea if whenever they do go up to try that you're there, or at least waiting at the bottom in case, you know. And she makes the splat motion with her hands.
Oh, I'll be there and I'll be waiting. To, you know,
it's fine.
That's my
make
man.
sure they're better.
So Lysandra is human?
Alessandra's an elf.
An elf, okay.
Hi there. I'm Sphinx Akashaa, your champion of bards, and you're listening to the Everbright Archive, a TTRPG actual play podcast anthology series. I really hope you're enjoying the show. Why don't we get back to it?
Humanoid.
Or at least, you know, what she became when we all came here.
Oh, she came with you.
Yes. Did I not mention that she was one of the heroes? One of the original 4?
I think I might have heard that she had a hellhound puppy, and I then focused on wanting a dog.
I did hear
I will
that
be perfectly
her
honest.
dire wolf died and that she reanimated it, and it is now some kind of weird spirit dog zombie undead being.
Aw,
That might...
sounds adorable.
Well, of all of us,
Wonder if it has puppies.
she's the only one that had a son. She had a child, and that child, I guess, went off to war and died. And the dog belonged to the boy, and was soul linked to the boy. And when the boy died, so did the dog. And it's actually how she found out that her son died, because the dog did.
Oh.
So sad.
You know, in our world, we have a website that tells you if that happens in a movie.
We do, yes.
A website.
Information hub. It's on a screen.
Oh!
It's-
Dang it. You mean like one of these? She pulls out a crystalline tablet and like pokes it, and the screen appears on the tablet with like full of like data and information. Something like this.
Yes, but ours is made by magical spiders in the internet. The interweb, if you will.
Don't spread that.
Interweb. Magical spiders.
It's a web of information.
But you guys didn't have
Yeah,
magic on
they-
you.
It's managed by magical
You
spiders.
see, it started with this spider that really wanted to communicate on behalf of a pig.
That's so...
Nice spider named Charlotte.
Oh, I've heard about this Charlotte. One of the other Earthers talked about a story about Charlotte and a pig. The pig's name was Wilbur or something, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed it was, and spiders just took on after Charlotte's memories and spread information for everyone everywhere. Gives a wink to Lysandra.
It's very strange.
Yep. I'm just gonna eat my breakfast.
Blaidd Blaidd has laughing emoji on the face. And is just kind of shaking with quiet laughter. And Carrera
The moon may not be made of cheese, but the internet was made by spiders.
kind of the drone Carrera kind of looks up at all of you.
Your spiders are weird.
But they have fun. They can also grow to be
They really
the
do.
size of your face. But y'all probably have bigger spiders here, don't you?
Oh, we have much bigger spiders. We have spiders that are also like that are as big as elephants, and then we have spiders that are like part person, part spider. They're called driders.
I'm very sorry. Did you just say spiders the size of elephants?
Yeah, sure did.
Okay, so that's some new nightmare fuel for me. We never run.
Yes, I agree.
And Callie Zephyrin just kind of, I wouldn't worry so much about them. They're very friendly. They're very nice. They are, I've heard stories about some of the other Earths where spiders are deadly dangerous, poisonous, aggressive. These spiders are very nice. They're builders. They actually started the Architect Guild, and they are creators. They are makers. So they're weavers. They are they're lovely beings. Nothing to be scared of at all.
Well, that's good news.
Do they make cool clothes?
Their silk is amazing.
Malachi, you need to get spider silk clothes for your girlfriend.
What?
And Desi's kind of like, ooh, that would be nice.
Is that something you would like?
I would like that. I do need some nicer robes. That would be lovely.
Then I can absolutely get that for you.
Oh,
Malachi gets another
Gets you a
lemon
nice
water
outfit.
as a reward. He now has 3 lemon waters to consume.
Where are you getting all these lemon waters?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Yes, that's why I'm asking. Malachi, absolutely not getting the reference. I just wanted to be known that Sweet Tea got it.
that's so good. Amazing. So as you all commiserate and the other members of the circle sit down and they commence eating breakfast with you all, you all spend a lovely morning just kind of talking and just kind of it's a lovely vibe. Iki gets up for a moment and walks away and comes back though with a small tablet that she puts down in front of you, Jodie. This is for you. It will help you keep kind of track of things. It also has maps of the inhabited levels of Phaedos. It will automatically acclimate to whatever level that you're on. So it's already kind of bespelled into the system. And whatever notes you need to take or whatever information you find and gather, it's another way for you to keep track of that. I know you have your books and stuff, but this will help, and it will also help us keep track of you. There's a bit of a tracking unit spelled into it, so we can keep track of where you guys are. And waves a hand towards one of the walls, and the wall kind of comes apart and like moves over, and there is a large screen that appears, another large crystal screen that displays the map of Anwanyu, which is this large kind of sunbursty continent with Solim in the middle and various other islands in this kind of spiraling sunburst pattern around them. And at the northeastern portion of Solim, there is a blinking marker in the shape and likeness of the circle's insignia. And that's where you are currently. And as you move about the world, we can track you. And if need be, we, I think, should be able to communicate with you should the as long as the signal's good and there's no magical interference, which there are probably going to be some places where there are.
Can anybody else, hack into this and track us as well?
And she kind of makes a face and then looks over at Curator, who is just stuffed like a sausage and a piece of bacon in her mouth. And, I don't think so. This device is fairly new, so you actually will be field testing it for us. So the hope is no, but we don't. I can't say yes or no for certain to that because it's a brand new device.
Roger that.
Stuffs the bacon and the sausage back in her mouth and continues eating.
Jodie follows their lead and also stuffs a bunch of bacon in her mouth. And it's very chipmunkish. Less like big puff cheeks, like that she's thinking.
We can also get the thornberries to pack some food and things for you to take with you on your journey. So that's something that you don't have to worry about. And yeah, that's we can get you kind of on your way as soon. Oh, Iki, the mounts. We have to get the mounts because the sooner that they can get there, the better. And walking on foot is not going to. I mean, I know that the two of you can fly. That looks at Lysandra, presumably, and but
I was going to jump off a building to check. I don't know.
Again, we can find a safer way for you to see if you can fly.
Yeah, Malachi, just go with her when she does that.
I will.
So dismissively.
and then is just the mounts, and Iggy goes, yes, of course, and will open a will walk over to a wall, to the kind of door facing wall, or the wall facing towards outdoors. Will grab the window and open it, and there is what looks like a stable on the other side of that window, and these very, very cool looking. They look almost like they have the heads of a hawk, the neck of a peacock, the body of like an elongated body of an ostrich, but with like many feathers, and rather than 2 legs, they have 4. These are our our best steeds for you. We call them hirtos, because they get you from here to there. And Carrera kind of gives that like that we're like
That's
yes.
quite clever.
I love it.
Absolutely in love.
This is fantastic.
And Hirto is spelled
Alright, well,
Hirto, in case you're wondering.
I don't think I've ever seen a bird with 4 legs before.
So you don't have those in your world.
Very
Not
much no.
outside of movies.
Oh, well, glad to show you your first. They come in all kinds of like shapes and sizes and colors. These are the ones that are most. This particular subspecies is best for long distance riding. So we have 3 of them. Nice. We will have them all saddled up and things for you when you are ready to leave. And yeah, that's they'll get you. They'll get you to where you need to go a lot faster than if you walked on foot. The party that traveled with Lysandra before, not Lysandra, with Lysandra before, it took them a lot longer. They were all on foot.
Alessandra.
Not Lysandra, jeez, Alessandra. With Alessandra before,
there you go.
They were all on foot, and it took them like probably 4 times as long as it would take just to ride. The edge of where you are going, at the edge of the dead forest, it's kind of close to the other side of the kingdom, so and over the mountains. So you'd have to, it's better if you have those as opposed to walking. Particularly walking through kobold territory, they can be a bit. She kind of makes this very stressed motion.
How difficult would you say these animals are to handle?
Oh, they're very tame. They're very tame and very, very easy to handle. Once you form a bond with them, they almost. The bond is kind of psychic-ish, so you'll be able to. It'll be almost intuitive. Because the birds themselves are slightly psychic, only slightly though.
Still pretty handy.
Slightly psychic.
Yeah.
Right. I do have a question about You will keep saying like former adventurers and all that, or former heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And how if they don't die, they just form new lives here, unless they side with the guy Dreamer.
Iki nods.
Do you maybe have records?
Yes, you did ask
people?
about that. Yes, hang on. And she will wander off into like a back room for a moment or two and then come back. These are all, and like, it's a nice little booklet that's about that thick that she puts down. And for those of you listening, about an inch or two thick that she puts down. And it's about like the shape and size of those composition notebooks that you get at school, but thicker. She puts it down in front of you. And yes, this is a listing of all of the surviving heroes and where they were last seen, or the heroes that survived and where they were last seen. We don't know when the ones that passed away of natural causes or whatever. We don't know when and where that happened, but we do have records of who they were and where they were last.
All right then.
Please, as you wish, and as she puts the book down, I'm actually gonna roll a die real quick. No, don't do that. Yes, that one.
Click clack noises in the distance.
Lovely. You all feel, because you all have been around and have used enough magic to where you kind of got a feel for it. These strands of magic begin to kind of appear next to the table. And they look like threads that are suddenly visible where they once were not. And they're kind of just floating for a moment, waving in this wind that doesn't exist. And then starting at first very slowly, they begin to kind of interlink and interweave with one another. And then more appear and begin interweaving faster and faster, and till they have created an arch that stands about 7 feet tall, that arches out about 5 or 6 feet away from the table. And then it becomes solid. This solid wooden arch. And then there is a as this gateway is opened within the arch. And stepping out of the arch in a very casual looking kind of piratey shirt and like leather pants and leather boots is Malik. And he's got his hair kind of up in kind of a high top ponytail, and he is carrying a small book. Hi, can't stay long. Ooh, bacon. He reaches over and grabs a thing of bacon. Stuffs in the mouth. Oh, thanks, I needed that. Anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Right, can't stay long. Just came to bring this to Lysandra. Here you are. This was the Necromancy for Dummies, I guess, book that you were hoping for.
Yes.
And reaches it over to you, and you see that it literally says Necromancy for the beginning caster.
Fantastic.
No.
Thank you, magical consort.
I have a name. He takes another bite of the bacon. Name is Malik.
Thank you, Malik.
You're very
Make
welcome.
sure to show your abs to your wife.
I do every chance I get because she loves it. good luck on your journey through the dark forest. When you see Lysandra, tell her that I have not forgotten about our card game. She'll understand. Good luck. And then he will go back through the door. The door will close, and the archway kind of fall apart in a just conglomeration of those strands of magical energy that then just dissipate into nothingness. And Duke just kind of say what you want about the man. Knows how to make an entrance and an exit. Literally.
When we get back from our little field trip, will you fight with me?
You want to fight? You want to fight with me?
Jodie got to.
I mean, I'm not here to say no, but sure, yeah, we can tussle.
You just look very beefy. You look very beefy and very resistant. Where if I accidentally set you on fire, you won't be any more than just a little singed.
Right, so not in my wolf form, because the wolf form is a bit furrier and is a bit more susceptible to flame. Not because I'm vulnerable.
If you would like to, I will not burn your fur.
We'll talk about that when you're back. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. We'll put something in the books, and we'll like smack his fist against his hand. Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe you can teach me how to do hand-to-hand combat. I haven't done that in so long. I haven't gotten to sucker punch somebody in a couple of years. Not since the Fire Festival of 2000 and something.
Fire Festival.
And you just see kind of this, like, little quirk, and, like, the ears just, like, excitedly shaking. Because they're lop buddy ears. Yeah. And the nose just twinges with excitement. And it's just very much this very mischievous face of the idea of getting to fist fight a wolf man.
Right. Well, yeah, we can definitely make that happen. Seem very keen, and I'm sure I don't get to fist fight much outside of the training. So yeah, we can make that happen.
I'm very excited to get my ass handed to me by a wolf man. It shall be exciting. Platonically, of course. I worked very hard to get you two together.
Right, that's how I figured it, but it's just
for the audience.
It's weird when someone wants me to kick their ass as opposed to just wanting to fight.
How else are you supposed to learn?
Good point. Yeah. And so,
maybe you could teach Malachi how to throw hands.
Oh, that's not really my thing.
I mean, I could teach you, man. It'd be nothing. Teach you how to throw a good punch.
I greatly appreciate the offer, but no.
All right, the offer stands. It's there. Or you can get Desi. Actually, is better at hand to hand than I am. She's kind of a martial arts master and what have you. So she I'm sure she could show you a thing or two when she's not showing you a thing or two. And Desi just kind of rolls her eyes. Oh my God, Duke.
Well, I mean, if she wanted to show me something, I suppose I wouldn't say no.
And she leans in. Of course you wouldn't.
Lysandra puts more bacon on Malachi's plate.
Am I being rewarded here for my behavior? Is this like behavioral training?
Of course not. Here, have this. And has a scone on his plate. Good boy.
What? I am not a dog.
You're not. Of course you're not. You're Malachi.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
You're a gentleman.
the gentlest of gentlemen.
Thank you for the bacon and the scone.
And Desi just kind of pats your face. Just eat your breakfast, sweetie.
I will. Thank you.
That's a good lad.
Okay. Well, not that.
That's my good boy.
Damn it! I'm not a dog.
No, but you're my very good boy, and she gives you a kiss on the cheek.
He takes a piece of bacon.
Walking like a dog.
Takes a big piece of bacon, just angrily puts it in his mouth. It's good.
It's like, yes, you are.
Son of a biscuit.
And Blaidd's laughing emoji face gets more intense as they just.
Well, we've got our mounts, we've got our breakfast, we've got our bob. Our bag of... I think ours can just be a bag of breakfast.
Oh.
And bombs.
I do love breakfast.
Yes. And at that point, Laura and Pandora come out, and they've got little sacks kind of wrapped in cloth, I guess. Yes. And now you have some food for your journey. Try not to eat it all in one go. I gave you enough. We gave you enough food and also rations if you need them to last you about 3 weeks. So take your time with it. The bag will help it last longer. So just good luck. Kick some ass if you have to. Yeah. You have to tell us about the...
Oh, do you know?
You have to tell us about your trip when you get back.
What? Oh, of course. Do you know if kobolds barter in food? In case we run into them.
They can. Yeah. Yeah, I've encountered a kobold or two between here and Anthem. Yeah, they depending on the clan, they'll take food or weapons. There are a few of them that take books, and others that just take that prefer actual money. But yeah, food's usually a good bargaining point for them. Yeah. And as the day kind of moves forward, we'll cut to a bit later in the afternoon, where you have all been properly packed and prepped. Your hitero have been saddled, and you can see that they are saddled, and they have a chest piece. A head armor piece and armor bits for their legs and their shins, and they look almost like war horses, but feathery. And you have been kind of escorted via the private train to the outskirts of town. And something that you also see as you are traveling, and I forgot to mention this last time, is the abundance of both magitech and solar tech. There are things that gather and catch and utilize sunlight. Many of the buildings, just like in Dawngate, are covered in plants. As well as in solar panels and sun crystals. It is a very much a solar punk tech town. There are trolleys that you pass that have a number of those panels and crystals about, as well as they have their own kind of fruit plants and vines just kind of hanging off and around them. Folks, as you pass by, and the bullet train's not going very fast this time around. Like, you are going at like a normal train speed, and like the people like kind of point and oh, it's the heroes. But anyway, you make it to the edge of town or the exit to the greater area, and outside the gates of Dawnseed is a bridge going over the Luminarium River, and Iki and Carrera and Kali have accompanied you here, as well as Desi. And Iki goes, "Thank you for undertaking this important journey for our friend. With any luck, you'll be able to get all of the help you need from Lysandra. She's very wise and very powerful, and leans over, and also just a little weird. So, look out for that too. But if anyone knows what's going on, it should be her." And Carrera has little Carrera floating in front of her. You be good and be careful. You stay out of trouble and don't be a bother. And be helpful when you can. Okay? And Carrera's eye light goes blue, and he goes,
Yes, I know, big sis. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I'll take care of everyone. There's nothing to worry about.
And his sister's, "That's not what it's the best I can ask for, I guess. Okay." Malachi, Desdemona has her arms around you, her head's on your chest rather. Like, you please be careful. I've heard things about the forest. Just make sure you come back.
Of course I will. I've got something great to come back to.
And she pulls away for a moment, smiles up at you, and kisses you. Oh, good. You're damn right you do. And she pulls away as you all mount your horses. Or not horses, you're here too. Malachi. As you have taken on levels in Wayfarer, I would like for you to make the party's travel roll. First travel roll of the game. So, for those of you playing at home, travel rolls are essentially will determine when you travel from one place to another, what you will find. And right now you are traveling from Dawnseed to the Serpentine Mountains. And your dice roll will determine whether you don't find anything in particular, you make an important discovery, or you find danger. What you'll want to do is get below a 6 if you don't want to find danger. If you roll a 6, you'll find danger. If you roll a 1, you discover something cool.
Okay. So I have the ability Well Travel.
Mm-hmm.
It reduces the die rolled for travel rolls by 1 size.
But its minimum is a D6.
Correct. So what am I currently rolling for this travel roll?
So under normal circumstances, you would be rolling a D8. But in this particular, because you have well traveled, you are rolling a D6.
D6. Fantastic. Wonderful. Lovely. Find my sixes. There you are. 3.
Okay. So you begin to head out over kind of moving through farmland and then plains and then kind of brush and the beginnings of kind of a light forest. And it takes you a couple of hours to get to what essentially is maybe about 3 or 4 miles from the base of the Serpentine Mountains. But we're not going to end there. The camera's going to pan all the way up again. Up through the floors. Up to the 12th floor. Our favorite floor. To the home and fortress of the Guided Dreamer. He is sitting there and one of his 4, the Eye, is there with him. And the Eye looks at him as much as looking at him as one can, because it is a mask, of course, a full head mask with an eye carved into the faceplate. And the eye is painted. But the eye, the iris of the eye, is constantly changing and changing color. And right now, it is an orange goat slit eye. And it blinks. And the eye says,
It would appear that the heroes have left the city. They have in fact received your message, my lord.
And the Guided Dreamer nods in acknowledgement.
Then that means that they may eventually, and quite soon, pass through the very first of your dungeons. I think it would be a good idea to prepare yourself. They may be, well, challenging. Everything I've heard about them is true.
And the eye stands up a bit straighter and bows.
I will do my very best to enjoy myself then, my lord.
And the eye turns to walk away. And in the turning, the red cloak that he wears billows and fans out, and then wraps around himself, and then collapses in on itself until there's nothing there. And the dreamer leans back upon his throne.
Let the games begin, my heroes. Let the games begin.
And that is where we're going to end our session. Thank you, all of you, for being amazing and tuning in to this episode, which I haven't named yet, but I'm going to. And thank you to my players for being amazing. That was adorable. Loved your interactions with each other at breakfast. That was so good just to have a nice little cool breakfast episode after the trauma that was last episode.
I feel like calling this one breakfast and bullying would be appropriate.
I like that idea. I like that. I'm writing that down.
Y'all heard it here, y'all. I got bullied so hard.
It's either that or Malachi gets picked on in this one.
Yeah.
Malachi gets picked on.
That's just the title. Malachi gets picked on this one.
That time Malachi got picked on. I love it. We got our first travel roll, which turned out really great. I didn't have to throw anything at you to end as a cliffhanger. But, will definitely not be the last travel roll you make. Count on there being one at the start of the next episode.
Hell yeah.
So, yay.
Looking forward to it.
Yay.
And, you got some gear and some food and some mounts. Lysandra got some wings. Malachi got a quirk out of the deal. I'm excited about that. That's fun. We know what Malachi's weird is now. I like it. Jodie got to bully Malachi.
Jodie's favorite activity.
I was like, she always bullies me.
That's very true. That's very true. And you guys also got to meet a couple of new characters. You got to meet Laura and Pandora Thornberry, who were more characters that were created by my daughter Ayame. They're also portovers from Agents of the Circle. So I'm excited. She's excited, and this will not be the last you see of those two for sure. Thank you again, everyone.
Wild about those thornberries.
Those thornberries, man. They're a wild bunch. A wild bunch. I wonder if that's where she got them from. Now that I'm thinking about it, like the moment I said their last names, I was like, did she take these from the wild? I'll have to ask her.
Does she know about the wild thornberries?
Yes. Oh, she knows about them for sure. Absolutely, she does. So yeah, that's not something I thought about before. These characters have existed for a couple of years now, and it's the first time I thought about that.
Never questioned it.
Never questioned it at all. Thank you all for listening in whatever time zone, whatever place in the world you happen to be to our episode. More to come. We are. This is episode 7 of 20. So we've got 13 episodes left before the end of this. Before the story comes to its inevitable end. But lots of cool story to get through in those next 13 episodes. So don't worry. Cool shit's gonna happen. I, of course, am Sphinx Akashaa, your current champion of bards, and I have been joined by the magnificent Bardic Sweet Tea, the iconic and effervescent Brynniursa, and the sparkling, the glamorous, the gorgeous, my diamond and your diamond, Madness Diamond. So, thank you. Also, do not forget to visit Friday Afternoon Tea at fridaytea.com for lovely tea blends and teas and tea accessories and things. Come and be nerdy, thirsty nerds with us. And, you know, if you go there and you happen to like what you see and you buy a bunch of stuff, why don't you get 10% off by using the code MULTIVERSE, MULTEAVERSE, at checkout. And, just get that 10% off to help you, help us, help Friday. We all win. It's a great time. But we will be back. Stay tuned for all the bonus content that we tend to like to do. All of our incoming story content, and everything else that we're up to. Check out these lovely creators. Check the link in our show notes for where they all can be found, what crazy cool things they're all up to, we're all up to, honestly. Until next time we meet, keep walking that storied path. And as always, may the dice roll ever in your favor. Take care, and we'll see you next time. You have been listening to the Everbright Archive, a TTRPG actual play anthology series. This episode is from the campaign The Last Story. Your cast has been Madness Diamond as Lysandra Agni, Bardic Sweet Tea as Malachi Davis, Brynniursa as Jodie Bank, and Sphinx Akashaa as the Storyteller. For access to the main show, more bonus episodes, and more information about our wonderful cast, access to the show's Discord server, or if you'd like to support our show via Ko-fi, please follow the beacons link in the show description. We hope you continue to follow us as we continue to walk the storied path. May the dice roll ever in your favor.